Since we are in the early part of 2026, so let's talk about resolutions. Maybe some of you parents wanted to try a different parenting approach this year, like gentle parenting. There's been so much talk about it online, but what is it and would it work for your family? For the answers, we turn to this week's My Mom Club, sponsored by Premier U. We are happy to have Sarah Sandburn with us, a counselor at True Wellness Therapy Services. Sarah, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you too.
Okay, first off, gentle parenting.
Yes.
What is it? And is this parenting style something you are seeing a lot of parents doing these days?
Absolutely. I'm seeing a lot of families in my practice coming in talking about gentle parenting, wanting to be a really empathetic, gentle parent and wanting to know how to do it. And so gentle parenting is really this idea of it's a modern take on authoritative parenting. So it's combining high warmth and high connection with a lot of guidance and positive redirection for kiddos.
So I'm smiling, thinking this is exactly how I want to parent my two kids. Empathy, respect, understanding, warmth. But I've also read that boundaries can get blurry with this type of parenting. Is that what you're saying too?
Correct. Yes, I do have a lot of families who come in and they're like, wait, I'm the one in charge, right? And yes, while gentle parenting is wonderful, I think we can very easily get a little too far on the gentle side and need to bring back more of that parenting, increasing some of the structure and stability that we're providing for kiddos. Kids feel safest when they feel like parents have the structure and they know what to expect. So it's really supportive for kiddos to have that structure. One little tangible tip here is instead of just asking a question, give a direction. So direction, not question. So instead of, can you please pick up your toys, right? Which does sound very gentle. You can be a little more direct and say something like, Ella, it's time for you to put your books back on the bookshelf, right? That combines the warmth and the empathy that we want with those clear directions that kids need.
I am implementing this tonight. What are some other parenting approaches that work really well?
Yeah, so this idea of sturdy parenting is really great. We can think about this as being a lighthouse for our kids, right? Lighthouses are steady, secure, and give very clear direction to the ships coming in. So in our parenting, we want to be secure, right, and stable in what we're saying, and not just giving in or overly accommodating or completing tasks for kids. It's so easy when kids are struggling with something to kind of want to go in and fix it. However, it's really important that we're giving kiddos the understanding that we believe and we have the confidence in their ability to finish the task themselves.
Really good insight, Sarah. Thank you for being here
Thanks.
today. My Mom Club is sponsored by Premier U. Give their South County location a call today, 636-492-5433. For those of you on the Illinois side, call 618-750-5433 for the Swansea location. You can also find them on the web at premierumed.com.